Good morning and welcome to the final WLI Build Up Breakfast series for 2024. I am so excited to get this kicked off this morning. I apologize for the slight delay. My name is Shannon Sclafani. I'm the Executive Director of ULI Michigan, and I want to just affirm all of you ladies who are joining us from the southern states that you have made good life choices. And today, most of us here in Michigan are dealing with an ice storm that means that many of us will be meeting virtually and also is causing us to get on just
Recording
a couple
in
of minutes
progress.
later than we had expected. So welcome. Thank you for the grace. And I am so excited to continue to build this program, to continue to share all of these experiences and the thought leadership that of the topics that we are still meeting quarterly. So I look forward to 2024, but today I am so excited because we are going to be talking about community engagement and consensus building. And I am with three of the women that I know to be the most passionate and talented on this topic, who are here to have a wonderful conversation with you today. So please join me in welcoming Dina Fox, Samantha Jenkins, and Lauren Hood. Dina Fox is the co-chair of ULI Michigan and one of the founding members of our Women's Leadership, former co-chair of the Women's Leadership Initiative at ULI Michigan, and she is also our fearless facilitator for this conversation. So thank you for joining us. I will not give any more further introduction, and I'm going to pass it off to Dina. Free.
Great. Thank you so much, Shannon. And welcome to all of you. Thank you for making space and time in your day to join us for today's Build Up Breakfast, wherever you may be in Michigan or around the country. I am going to, before I allow our guests to introduce themselves, I'm just going to share briefly as an introduction for myself. I am, as you heard, Dina Fox. I am Managing Principal for Strategy Plus, which is AECOM's management consultancy. We focus on place strategies, human dynamics, and business transformation in the built environment. And as mentioned, I have an interest in community engagement and consensus building, which is today's topic. We are focusing in particular on what has been described as meaningful community engagement. So looking forward to discussing more about that with our special guests. I'm going to hand it right now over to Samantha to introduce herself.
Thank you, Dina. Thank you for having me today. My name is Samantha Scott Jenkins, and I am the CEO of a community development nonprofit by the name of Affect Detroit, which does at-scale holistic community revitalization projects within a defined community. So community engagement and gaining consensus, although both two kind of significant words, are very important in what we do every day. It kind of guides all of our measures of work. And so I'm looking to discuss this topic today a little more thoroughly.
Thanks, Samantha.
Hi, everybody. Lauren Hood, the founder and director of the Institute for AfroUrbanism and professor of practice in the Taubman College of Architecture and Urban Planning at Michigan. On community engagement, I would say I started my institute really as a platform for community engagement as I started to think about community not just referring to a geographic location and group of people, but more the people that I interact with, like-minded, like-hearted people in this work.
Excellent. Great. Well, thank you both for, again, just prioritizing the topic for our conversation today. I wanted to, and just for all of us, actually, just a little bit of table setting. Our goal is to really keep this very conversational. We do have a space, time permitting, for questions from all of you before we conclude. So I'll plant that seed right now so you can be thinking about that as we have this discussion. I wanted to begin, I think, by establishing some shared vocabulary, because I think when it comes to topics like community engagement in particular, and even topics like consensus, many people have pre-existing concepts of what that means or what their experience has been. So I'd like to ask both of you to describe in your own words how you would each define community engagement and consensus building, and maybe share a little bit about, as practitioners, why those are so important. And I'll go ahead and start with Lauren and ask you to take the floor for that.
Sure. Well, my definition of community engagement has kind of changed recently. I started referring to more relationship building and thinking about something that is lasting long term. I think it's good to have two separate definitions, though, because I know now when I hear community engagement, it usually is project specific and time limited. So I prefer to think about the work more in terms of how you build a long-term relationship, what kinds of mechanisms are put in place to sustain the relationship over time.